There's one thing that I love that I heard is it's better to be 60 minutes early rather than 1 minute late. Now, I think that's important to be prompt on time as a business owner, right? Because like, you ever show up for your haircut or your lash appointment, but your lash girl or your barber ain't ready for you? And like, you gotta wait? And it happens over and over. It's kind of a little annoying, right? And so like, on a daily basis, as we live, you know, if I'm 5 minutes late to the gym or to the movies or stay, no big deal. But in the world of business, it's different, right? The different standards, right? So I really, really appreciate you guys being prompt on time, because it just shows, you know, your eagerness, you're ready to learn. And we're gonna have a great class today, because we're gonna use a lot of the class to migrate to the front to actually get hands-on practice, doing a lot of different exercises with the team. But you guys also learned one of the biggest and most important subjects to me, which is the consultation, And I want to start this class off by saying and asking, do you guys think it is important? Let me rephrase. Do you guys think first impressions are important? Yeah? Really important, right? From a 1 to 10, should be a 10. Because first impression is based upon how a person dresses, right? One of the things that we do the best as humans, we judge people. We judge ourselves automatically. By the way somebody walks, you judge them. By the way somebody dresses, you judge them. So like the first impression, how you present yourself, is everything. Because would you rather be viewed as an expert or as an amateur? Expert. Because let's say you were the customer and you were to spend $150, $200, $250 for a lash set. Would you want to go to an expert or to an amateur? Hence why the first impression is so important. Hence why when people go to your page, it's so important, right? Because they make a judgment. But when they also meet you, they make a judgment. When you open your mouth and they hear you, they make a judgment. Whether or not you're a professional or you're an amateur, whether or not they want to spend money with you or they don't want to spend money with you. Visual image is based on how I look. If we wasn't dressing professional on day one and the school wasn't visually aesthetic like this, you'd probably walk in and make an assumption. If we had picnic tables out here and a 32-inch TV and just some mismatched things, you would probably make an assumption. Like, oh man, the standard here, what I sign myself up to? Am I gonna get good education? Hence why appearance is everything. But there's something called vocal image. About 3 years ago, I wanted to challenge myself to learn a new skill set. Because we know now, to be successful lash artists, it doesn't have to do with the skill set itself, but about the skill sets of business. So one of the skill sets that I wanted to develop is become a better trainer by being able to communicate my thoughts, the techniques, into words so that an average person can understand. See, my definition of a great communicator is somebody who can take something really hard, whether it's a math problem like algebra or a tedious skill set like lashing, and just by using your words, teach you with that. That's a great educator. That's a great communicator. One of the skill sets on why I wanted to improve my public speaking is because my role models, my mentors, they're in the public eye. They speak on stages, they have mentees underneath of them, and I wanted to be like them. But I know public speaking was a skill set and I was very afraid to do. So what I did was I hired one of the best speaking coaches in the world based out of Australia. He coaches the CEOs of Apple, Microsoft, Fortune 500 companies here. His name is Vin. He does a better job about explaining the vocal image than I do. But I want to share a quick 5 to 10 minute video on how important vocal image is, because next Tuesday, when you have your first live model in here, or any live model, the first thing they do, they see you, they judge you off the visual image, but then secondly, they will judge you off your vocal image. How do you sound? What are you saying? What questions are you asking? Hence why I want to go through the consultation really, really thoroughly today and practice too, okay? And you guys will also be doing a little bit of public speaking, one of the most scariest things in the world. One of the most scariest things in the world, something that I had to face my fears on and had to work drastically on, right? But this is, again, part of becoming the person you need to be to run that business. So let me connect the TV here. Okay.
We need to be aware. When we're first learning about communication skills, we need to be aware